And so I remember feeling brokenhearted. But then, again, I had that same click. And you know, for those of you that are Christian or saved, I know that that click that was inside of me was God each time. And so, really, for me, when I got off that plane, I realized my daddy's a man. And the man that I grew up with was still present. He didn't leave. That man that loved me and nurtured me and coddled me and supported me and made me feel like a princess and made me feel special was still here, but now he was hurting. And instead of him really going and getting the help he needed, he was hurting other people. And so I had a really hard conversation with my daddy. He looked at me, he couldn't believe it because he was sober when I was having it, and he didn't cry. So many men come to a place where they're hurting and they don't get the help they need. And they think they'll fill this hole with something else, and it doesn't help. And it just doesn't happen to men. It happens to women too. But the thing and Karen, I don't know if you agree with this, but you know, I'll meet a woman on the bus stop and start telling her my business. Men don't do that, you know. And so I've over the
they don't play in the emotional space in the same way we do. Not at all.
At all. And so I know that if my father would just be willing to open his heart to talk about it. And mind you, my grandfather was an alcoholic. His father, you know, I started really researching it after that. One of his brothers was, you know, on drugs for years. So it's a family problem. It's not just my dad's problem. I'm not blaming anybody because you can still make a choice.